And welcome back. Back here with GasBeaR. I'm casting this Echo League Season 3 game between Slapnut, Magoos, and Believers. The game will not tell you, but Slapnut Magoos took the first game. This is game 2 in a city best of 2 in Echo League. But, pardon me. See, the band's the exact same. And Believers is also on the Radiant. And Slapnut Magoos on Dire once again. But I think they got first pick this time, and I believe they had second pick last time, as they had the last pick Legion, who went mid and had a very good time. But the Believers are going to ban the Pudge. Oh no, did they? No, they had second pick. Yeah, and Revamp Virus had a really good game on Pudge in both all of his roaming, his offensive hooks, his defensive hooks. I think he did really well. He was also the lowest farm on the team for a lot of the game. I think he managed to get quite a lot done, all things considered. But otherwise, first 5 bans are the exact same. And Slapnut Magoos taking a bit of time to decide what they want to go for first. They're going to go with a Spirit Breaker. Big fan of Spirit Breaker. Real good initiation. Real good in the laning stage. Who doesn't love a bit of mooing Space Cow? Certainly enjoyable to play too. But great roamer, great lane winner. But can struggle if not having a great time in the laning stage. Can be a Pos 5-2. And they're going to react with a Shadow Shaman, who I think's good against Spirit Breaker because you can get that instant Hex or that Shackles to cancel a charge. Also just a really good hero. Great result for pushing down towers. If you got map control, you can just really walk up to towers and drop wards, and some teams really struggle with that, but just solid lockdown, and you always wanna open up with some lockdown. But they've got their second pick here, and they're going to go with Nyx Assassin. Alrighty, Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin is one of those inherently annoying heroes, but real good for team fight disruption and great pickoffs. Could arguably combo well with a Spirit Breaker for giving the vision for charges, but still, a really good hero. Can be offlane, can be a good roamer. And they're going to go for a Vengeful Spirit. Another versatile hero who can either be a core or a support, but good saves for to get people out of shackles. Really nice for buffing teammates who have good stats. Something like a Luna that they ran last game. They had a Young on the Luna who had a really good game. Just farmed and became too big. And we're going to head into the second bans, and last time they really smashed through the second phase bans. They're going to ban the Viper, and they're going to ban the Medusa. It is, respect to Slapnut Magoos, they have not changed a single ban. I don't think they've even changed the order in which they ban. I'm almost certain they banned Medusa last time. Suddenly Medusa was banned. And there's going to be the question of whether Believers are going to ban another hero that they played, or they're going to stick with their guns. And they're going to ban the Luna. Luna Venge is pretty good, and certainly plenty of damage. So they're going to respect ban Young's Luna, as well as Revamp Virus's Pudge. There's nothing more complimentary than having one of your heroes respect banned. And as I said during the... and they're going to ban the Legion. Interesting. They don't want Legion picked against them. I really like it with these series that are more than best of ones, because you get to develop your own meta. It doesn't matter how good heroes are, or how good anything is, or the meta or anything, because if you're playing between two teams and both teams really like this hero, then it's going to be hotly contested. Tide Hunter. Alrighty. Solid offlane, and now we're gonna have big team fight. We have a big Ravage which is going to be absolutely wonderful to see. Also, really good point. Actually, really like this pick because Vengeful Spirit's great if you put people who have lots of stats, items, and stat gains, because that gives the most buff from a Vengeance aura. But Tidehunter's Anchor Smash reduces stat-based damage by, I think, when it gets 20 or whichever talent it is, up to 85%, which is just huge. And they're going to go with a Nature's Prophet. It's going to be most likely a offlane Nature's Prophet, I would imagine. And then they've got the Spirit Breaker and the Venge as their supports to give them the lockdown needed. But really nice strong laners again. They've got a good strong lane, so they could put the Natures against the Tide. It's a pretty good matchup for Natures, although Tide can deal with Treants pretty well. Yeah. Maybe could be looking to aggro. They do have a Spirit Breaker and a Vengeful Spirit. But we're going to be getting a mid or a carry out here from Believers. Going to have to show you some of their hand. Unless they go for a one of these versatile picks, but they're going to go for a Storm Spirit. Righty-ho. And the instant response of a Morphling. Morphling who has been heavily reworked. Personally, I have no idea why a hero like Morphling did not get removed from Captain's Mode after his rework. But, regardless, we might get to see some very entertaining interactions. But then again, Morphling against Nyx Assassin, that's a lot of mana burn, and Morphling does really, really rely on mana. I think they're going to struggle to deal with the Storm Spirit at the moment. If he has a really good game, he could really go, because all of their lockdown isn't instant. They're all projectile based, so Storm can always ball dodge it. But they're going to ban Sven. They think it's a mid-morph. Maybe. But we'll see. Final ban coming out from Slapnut Magoos. These drafts seem to have a little bit more of a direction personally, or maybe I'm just farm on it at the moment. But the Nature's Prophet and the Venge both push really well, and so Morphling, if given the space, can single-handedly terrorize buildings by himself, and then when you combine that with the Natures also split pushing other lanes, they could have a real issue. But then again, if there's one hero who's mobile around the map, it is a Storm Spirit. So, but Storm could have a really nasty lane, if you've got a Nature's Prophet and a Spirit Breaker able to gank from other lanes very easily, then I think he may have a tough time. I think like a Shadow Fiend may really stomp the Storm in mid, or a Quap, both of which haven't been banned. He's going to ban the Gyrocopter. And they're going to end with a Terror Blade. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm not so sure about that, personally. I think that's slightly too greedy, having a Morphling and a Terror Blade. But, you know, the game went a long time last time. Maybe if they feel they can set themselves up to prolong the game, then you can do. But it does mean they have a window of when this Morphling and this Terror Blade are not going to be really wanting to fight. And if they can hit that window, then I give Believers a good chance in this game. Now you can see why they banned Legion now. Legion's very good against Terrorblade. The overwhelming odds destroys illusions. But as I said, it's certainly got lots of agi there, lots of stat-based damage from Morph and Terrorblade, only buffed by the Vengeful Spirit. And we got a last pick. It's going to be a Phantom Lancer. Oh, the Diff Blade is going to be a real pain for the for the Morphling for sure. But we're going to have a wonderful time of Terrorblade and Phantom Lancer hitting each other and just having absolutely no idea what's real. But this is going to be interesting. I don't think this game is going to end very quickly by the looks of it. But there is going to be, once again, a lot of heroes. Certainly 4 heroes really wanting to farm. But you've got the Nyx in this storm who can set up kills all around the block. And personally, I'm really excited to see whether Slapnut Magoos can turn this into a 2-0 or whether Believers do indeed have enough to bring back and take this series to a tie. Getting through the strategy time and into the game. Alrighty, here we go. Game number 2. As I said before, you won't be able to see it, but it is currently 1-0 to Slapnut Magoos. So we're going to have Leanto on the Storm Spirit. We're going to have Sodius on the Shadow Shaman this time. Subsquare is going to be playing the Nyx Assassin, and we're going to have Acolyte Ted on the Phantom Lancer. And finally, to round it all off, we're going to have Mufasa once again on the whoa, the Tidehunter, who is not expecting a nice lane because he has an absolute ton of regen. Whereas for Slapnut Magoos, we got Young once again on the safe lane Terrorblade. We have Revamped Virus on the Spirit Breaker, Saint Sob on the Vengeful Spirit, No Hands on the Nature's Prophet, going a rather interesting no stats starting build, but he does hit hard. And finally, we have Quick on the Morphling, who is going to be taking the mid lane. Heading into just before... Oh, looks like we may have some action. Saint Sob is coming around, and Little Anta is just going to back out. And there's going to be nothing here. Yeah, Mufasa's going to be cheeky. He wants to get around. He may put himself in trouble here, but he does see... Oh, we got action here on the bottom rune. And they're just going to get... Quick does get it, and they're just going to back out. No attempt at a shackle. And no nuke coming in from Acolyte Ted. I think that was a missed opportunity, you know, to put the Storm at a nice little advantage. But one thing's for sure here is the fact that Morphling is quite low in range is going to make this Storm Spirit's harass life a lot easier. We'll start with 3 up top here with Mufasa, and he's going to take some harass straight away. He's just praying for a bash. He's gonna... Oh, he does get the bash. Interrupts that taunt, and don't think the good game call is necessarily in the spirit, but we'll move bond it. Someone's been playing far too much pubs. But let me just bring up the last hits and denies so we can have a look to see how this one goes. Mufasa is certainly not having the nicest times, but looks like they're setting up here onto No Hands. If they can get an impale... Oh, he's got the Mana Burn, level 1. He's got the Shaka... he's just going to TP away. He's gone. He's out. Nothing going there. It's going to be another interesting mid lane matchup and a lane matchup that I wouldn't say I'm tremendously familiar with, or certainly very common. Mufasa, you can see why he brought a lot of regen here. He is getting pressured pretty hard, and Saint Sob's going to taunt him all the way to his rune. So taunt him back. He has got level 2 up on Revamp Virus. He does have charge. I think should be looking to try and pressure this this mid lane as much as possible. But speaking of pressuring, here comes Sub Square. But they are still hidden Mufasa. And Sodius does go for the Rune Steel, but does get nothing. And so, nothing too much here, you know. Terrorblade's farming well, PL's farming well, both the mid laners not having best of times. Got a charge here on Sub Square. Does have Impale. Yeah. It's just going to walk it off there. Everybody's got 2 points in the Metamorphosis, so should be able to pressure pretty hard. No Hands has already retreated to the jungle, he's just had enough. Yeah, he don't want to even be in this lane. Mufasa just wants that level 2. Give the man level 2. He's gone through 2 salves and 3 tangos. Let him have his level 2. Here we go. Count 3 minutes. It's Taunton. Happy little Tide Hunter. He's going to get his level 2. That is going to make him a lot harder to kill. Back in mid lane, it is real neck and neck here. Quick has gone and got his own set of tangos just to help him regen a bit more. This is just going to be the most free farm PL I think you've ever seen. Looks like he really wants that Iron Talon, but he's not going to be getting that. R.I.P. Iron Talon. Jeez, since Sub's getting mauled by those creeps. And Terrorblades, think about a Diffblade rush. Certainly good v Storm. That's for sure. I don't think it's something I've seen there. Interesting to see how this Morphling builds, but still not much pressure on either of them. I'm really surprised there's no chargers coming into this mid lane. But Mufasa's got his level 2, he's now level 3, and I think his laning stage is going to be much nicer from here. Spirit Breaker on Revamped Virus, sorry. It's just looking to try and get as much XP. Looks like they may seem to know what's up, but still nothing going. No committed attempts to try and get a first blood. But a TP into oh no, sorry, scratch that. I think Sub's going to survive. Going to turn around. It's going to be first blood onto Sub Square, and the Sprout's going to trap down Mufasa. And you know what? He may have got his level 3, but he's going to be part of the first blood crew, and not in a good way. Quick is going to be looking to pressure this Storm as much as possible, and a TP in for the Nyx. He's going to land the stun. He's going to keep morphing, but he's just going to morph away. Charge is going to come in. Don't think they're going to, unless they really want to dive. Oh, maybe one lost it, and Quick gets the kill. Nicely done. Well played from Slapnut Magoos. They've got a Nature's Prophet jungle, but they don't seem to care. They are 3-0 up and already have a 1k lead early on in the game. This PL having the time of his life. And lovely kill for the Morph to sort of accelerate him just a little bit more. And we're going to have another pause here. It's only been a good start. I would have thought with the Nature's Prophet is not suffering from the fact that he is just AFK jungling. Well, that's harsh. He's not AFK jungling. He came and took part in the first 2 kills, which was very necessary. They wouldn't have got a kill without his Sprout. But it's a good start for the team where I feel needs a good start. I think if Slapnut Magoos get behind and Believers are able to get on top of them, life's not going to be so nice. But here you got Acolyte Teddy's already going to have the first part of his diff blade and put himself almost a third of the way through it. I think if he can get his diff blade and just fight, then they could put a lot of pressure on. But so far so good for Slapnut Magoos. Even his Tidehunter really struggling, and Revamp Virus has reseed. But Nature's Prophet looks like he's gonna be going for a drum. The good old, oh no, he does have boots on his way. He has got more farm than I would have expected for someone who just abandoned his lane. That is the power of jungling, I guess. But in terms of mid lane's going well for Morph. Ooh. His right runes are about to spawn. It's like we are just having some ping issues on the side of believers, but everyone's being understanding. It's all in good spirit. It's good to see. I like the phase drums build on Nature's. I think that's the best way to go. But you can see this terribly can pump out a lot of damage, and they do have nice stuns from the Spirit Breaker and the Venge. And I think once again, Lilanto has a big game to play on this Storm Spirit. For example, last game we had Acolyte Ted, who was sort of rampaging on his Chaos Knight, whereas Lilanto was just desperately trying to catch up, and he really struggled to fight. He looked like he didn't want to fight when they needed to, and that's fine, because that's the sort of hero he was playing. But if you can get a quick Bloodstone or get a Bloodstone and they win a team fight after he gets his Bloodstone, then suddenly everything should be really nice. Alrighty. But Tide's getting a bit more aggressive once we get towards his Mana Boots. And they spotted the 2-on-3 here. Oh, what a lovely bash. I don't think is he going to dive forward for it? I don't think so. They're gonna back out. Gonna grab it over this rune here on Revamp Virus. And Acolyte Ted's gonna push this down as hard as he can. But no hands is quite low, so grab TP home, and maybe look for a gank. I like this positioning here from Revamp Virus. He's gonna scout out Absidius, he is not. He's looks like they may be looking for a dive, or is he gonna? He's gonna go TP in the magic missile, and the TP is in no hands. It's going to be a kill. And Metamorphosis up in 15. They could look to try and get this kill on the tower. Sorry, but Quick is having a much less nice time in mid lane. Acolyte Ted, 1 tower down. Got 2/3 of his diff blade. He is loving life. What's that? They are diving Mufasa. Yeah, the charge and the Magoos missile and the Sprout. They have enough right clicks. One more. Oh, and the turnaround from Lilanto with the shackles. They're going to get down 2. Revamp Virus going to chase away. And here comes Acolyte Ted. He's going to mop the kills up. 2 kills for Lilanto. And he's going to love that. He's going to build towards this Kaya. And popped Metamorphosis here on Young. And he's Going to be forced away by Acolyte Ted. He really wants to get this tower down, but you know there are a lot of heroes in the vicinity.
Stupendous.
Oh, and we've had another DC. We are having real issues here from Team Believer. This is the case. I'm just going to quickly grab another glass of water. There you go, look at that tremendous timing. Apologies, they are going to be making this move, but Acolyte Ted doesn't really have any mana, and the Impale is going to miss, and I am now officially back. The apologies, Nature's Wrath comes through, and it's going to hurt a lot. I'm surprised to see that Acolyte Ted has not brought out on his diff blade. Maybe he wants to consider Travels. But this is the strength of Nature's Prophet, you know. Lane's free, gonna spawn some treants, gonna come down and hit this tower. Just apply pressure, create space. These Smurfling's been fairly stubborn and not too keen to move in the mid lane. He's not going for Lincolns, he is looking to just go for a straight Hurricane Pike from the looks of it. Oh, sorry, has he got shackles, or has he already used the shackles? And he's just going to TP away again. Very frustrating that they just don't have enough. They just needed a core to help them get that kill. But Rebound Virus is going to charge all the way through the mid lane towards the bottom lane. He's going to stop now. It looks like Diff Blade is the item. Both Pos one's looking to buy an early Diff Blade. Saint Sob is hanging around mid, looking to see whether he can try and get a kill here. But Nohan's just going to keep pressuring here. Here we go. He is 7, so he does have his Ball Lightning if they aren't able to chain stun him, and he's just going to Ball Lightning away. And I just missed a kill in the bottom lane. His Nature's Wrath just killed Acolyte Ted. I don't think that was in the same lane. But a double kill for Nohan's, which is going to really help him. And he's going to be able to finish off the tower. The Glyph is not going to stop him. Going to pop the Metamorphosis up top, and he's going to wear onto this tower. But Mufasa does not want to give up his tower easily. It's max level Metamorphosis, he does hit really hard. But this Storm Spirit's starting to get a bit behind. He needs to farm, he needs to get his Kyra and try and get some kills. But a decent amount of Metamorphosis done. And the Glyph's going to slow them down just that little bit more. Here comes Acolyte 10. And once again, No Hands just going to TP away. And as they do that, they take down the top tower with the Metamorphosis and the Vengeful Spirit's aura. That is another thing. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Metamorphosis gives base damage. And I think this buffs base damage, and so I think you may get extra damage based on your Metamorphosis. I'm not certain of that, but if that is, that's a really cool part of their draft. They have a lot of heroes here. Subspace's really six, and if they can get the shackles, he's not got the shackles. He went for the shock first, and he's just going to morph and waveform away. Diff Blade is completed on the PL on Acolyte Ted. I'd really like to see him try and fight as much as possible now. Try and use these this mix to try and get some kills. Nice hex. Good. Stops the charge. Gets the shackle. Easy impale. And this should be a kill. He has no mana. He's not going anywhere. And the Ether Shock is going to seal the deal. And we're going to be moving into a Orchid from Nature's Prophet, which is going to be a real pain for the Storm Spirit. The last thing he wants to do right now is try and buy something to deal with a silence, because he is just not ready for it. And looking at the net worth, this PL had such a free lane, and yet this the Terrorblade's also got a Diff Blade and is already more farm than him. In fact, the top 3 net worths are the 3 cores of Slapnut Magoos. They're having a really good time, and if they're able to, as I said, they got real good split push and good fight, so they could get kills. But it's just this is where I think they've got to try and get some pickoffs while they can before because they're not going to stop farming Terrorblade and Morphling. They're just splitting out the map and each taking a bit of farm to themselves. I think I'd rather this Storm was in the bottom lane with all these creeps. Relatively safe, but just a tiny bit of lag. I like the steep ward here. Must have been placed by either Spirit Breaker or the Prophet. The Tidehunter is moving in for a mech first. That should help them fight when they need it, but they need to... I've not seen a Ravage yet, and you don't want a Ravage to stay on cooldown for too long. It's a bit of a waste. Same with Metamorphosis. But looks like Sub-Square is going to be moving up. Maybe he's just looking to nick some bounty runes. The Phantom Monster is also continuing to farm. He's found an illusion rune. That should help. Sub-Square is just scouting out Saint Sub, but just going to gain some information and walk away. And charges started on Mufasa. But then jumping on the storm and start putting the Tidehunter away. Blown up. Ravage comes out onto 2. No Hands is going to go down to the Diff Blade. This is what you want to see Acolyte Ted doing. If they can get the Morphling, who was morphed into a PL, that'd be wonderful, but that's not the case. And the issue is that if you're fighting here, then Young's just going to pop Metamorphosis and he's going to hit your towers. TP2 here, but I don't think they've got any mana to... didn't get the pull. I think he would have been concerned. Even if they got him low, he would have had Meta and Sunder as well. Got a little bit of Metamorphosis left, just enough for him to start hitting this tower. Speaking of hitting towers, Nature's Prophet's doing the exact same in the bottom lane. This is not good at all. That they're able to apply this much pressure early on. PL throws in a nuke one way, and the shot is doesn't go the right one, but oh my god, look at just how much damage these Death Blade are doing. And the nether strike onto Sadius and another stun. Great bash, but yeah, this guy, he is going to go down, and that should prompt a retreat. Saint Sob is low, he has no mana, and the nuke's going to take him down. Nice turnaround there. But all the while, No Hands takes a tower. These guys are orchid complete. It's just going to make this game harder and harder. Even PL doesn't have a Manta. So this is an amazing time for this orchid. Because No Hands can really get a lot done here. But he's not been team fighting that much at the moment. But what he has done, he's created a lot of pressure, done a lot of pushing. He had a pretty good game on the puck last game, and he's certainly done well. Certainly more so than I expected after he abandoned his lane. But all tier 1's down and one tier 2 down as well, and the other one on 2/3 life. He's streamed Rolanto is eyeing up. He's not going to be going for a Bloodstone, he's going to go straight for that Orchid. And Quick is just going to, go straight towards this Hurricane Pike. They're going to jump towards, he's going to Orchid him up, but does he have enough damage? He certainly does not. He's going to go down to the, looks like he's going down to the, to Sadius's right click. But Mufasa gets the kill. He's gonna almost have his Blink Dagger, which could be huge. If they're able to, combo up Nyx and Tidehunter and pop down this Terrorblade before he can summon it, he's going to charge away and survive. No problem there. But Lilanto does nice. He gets on the back of that gank. And then try and push this tower. I am concerned for their well-being. And if they're not picking off this Nature's Prophet, that he can come pick off pretty much anyone he wants. So one thing that's gonna be an easy tower. Tier 1. Look at this. They're already looking to push. Does he have meta up? He does have meta up. Nature's flies through people. He scouted out Quick. They do have a sentry there. Oh, that hurt. Spike Carapace. And he doesn't have any defensive items. Yeah, he does have his 4-star. Ready save? He's just doing more strength. He's pouring loads in strength. Is he going to Ravage? Are they going to Ravage for this? He's just running away. He's running out of mana here on Storm Spirit. And Quick's just walking away. They have anything. He's so low on the Revamp Virus. Says, here, take me. Take my life instead. And Quick feed. He's going to TP away. Do they have anything? Ah, no, and he pops the wards. Oh, no. Really wanted that kill. Well played from Revamp Virus. That charge landed onto 2 or 3 of them and just took them away. And I don't know. I think at that point, I know you don't want to ravage one person, but what you don't want is this Morphling to survive after committing 5 heroes. Not 5 heroes, because PL wasn't there, and I don't actually know where PL was, but he suddenly died. He, how did PL die? Oh, he died to the Terrorblade. He did pop Metamorphosis. But things are looking good here for Slapnut Magoos. It's 8-8, but they have a 3k net worth lead. And all they need is this Morphling to be slightly more farmed, and there you go, they have all 3 cores. I think he should build a Lincolns though. It should help him survive. They're going to look to jump on No Hands, pull it in, position 1 and 2, PL and Storm, getting those kills, putting him slightly more. Oh, Subscore is going to turn up onto the Bob, and a big Ravage takes down St. Bob. Can they get this Morphling down? They do get the Morphling down. A huge, huge kill. Nice stuff from Subsquare, and they will know that there's a ward there and easily de-ward it. Big. That's really caught them up. But I must say this Terrorblade he's getting what he wants. He's got space, but it's coming slightly at the cost of this Morphling. But it's going to be another tier 1. Don't think they got anything to stop this. PL is on the way to his nightclub. I thought you might want to get to Trevor soon to help him get around so he can farm and support the map too. It's a charge that looks like it's just going to be going top lane, not towards anyone. And nothing happening there. Fake out on the deny the room. And not seen a swap come out from Saint Sod yet. Something I think you can use for. And No Hands is really far out. The tank is way too far out there. What they don't have is they don't have any wards. I mean, full stop. They can't see anything on the map. And if No Hands wants to be pushing out there, he does need some sight, or to be playing a lot safer, or wait till people are on the map. But these kills are big. You know, this was 3k, and they were looking very happy. But with both cores dying, apart from the Terrorblade, it's not looking any good anymore. And this is a concern. He is farmed enough that Terrorblade's gone and got himself a Manta before Storms even finishes Orchid. There you go. He finishes his Orchid. But, you know, what's this Orchid going to do? It shouldn't do too much to the Terrorblade because he has this Manta. And if they don't deal with him, he could possibly 1v5 if he gets to that point. That Sentry is actually in range if they see that. So jump into Sleep, Bob, and there you go. This is what I wanted to see from the Storm Spirit. Just looking to get these pickoffs. And sure, they're creating space, but they want this gold. And Milford out. He's going to try TP away. There's a lot of damage. Oh, TP was so close to going off, but going to go down. But during the interval, Meta should be up, I believe, and he may look to try and push this. They're going to jump straight in onto the Morphling, and he doesn't have a defensive item, and he's going to die. And Acolyte Ted is now pushing onto this tier 2, and things have gone a bit sour for Slapnut Magoos. He's a real good play. They're exactly where they want to be. They've actually taken a 1k net worth lead, and they're going to get both towers. The ward's dropped in the top lane, and Acolyte Ted in the bottom lane, and that will be his Manta if he's not already got it. Mufasa building towards Greaves. That's going to help him against the Orchid. Yeah. Did you see him? No? Maybe he did. But certainly nothing's going to come of it at the end. He now has his Manta to protect him from the Orchid as well. Oh, he's looking for the Courier Snipe, and they weren't quick enough with the shield, and it is going to go down. His quick looking to his own Manta. I still feel he just needs a Linken's to try and survive that initial initiation, because if say like the Hex pops the Linken's, then he can immediately morph. But currently they can disable him all we like. But looks like we're setting up for a team fight here. They have sight of... No, they do not have sight of Mufasa there. But, no Hands is about. He can be wherever he wants. But looks like he wants to push this. And this is the point he can just get spammed. And did he want this? Mufasa's just running. We've got another strike onto the mid. Caught under the sentry wood. They want to turn. Metamorphosis pop. And they're going to try and Storm's just going to... And they're going to smoke away and ball lightning away. They're going to try and catch Acolyte Ted. They silence one thing. But, the Manta and the doppelganger Different earl onto the right one and a swap back, but they're not killing him just yet. But they will kill him eventually. And the Terrorblade, who has popped Metamorphosis, really wants this Storm Spirit. But I don't think he is going to get him. Much to his dismay. Although, having said that, No Hands is going for it. He's got the Orchid. 1 hit, 2 hit, and he's gone. And not the first nice 2-play play from No Hands. Very cheeky on the Nature's Prophet, and that's what we like to see. But these initiations just not going how they want on Believers. And Subsquare has caught him, and the Monoburn, 1 more hit. That will do. Nice kill. Lots of gold there. But they've moved up towards the turret. He Ravage? He is not. Looks like they have another stun. Nicely done. And that will be the tide falling again. This is not good. They were so close to finding what they want. And they just got picked off as they retreated. They didn't get the initiation they want. They didn't use the Ravage. This Ravage has been off cooldown for so long. We've not got anything. And Storm Spirit is now going for the Bloodstone. That's his 3rd item. But Terrorblade's working towards this butterfly, and he's very scary. The PL is hard to kill. Certainly took them a long time to kill. Oh, caught the Morphling. Going to be a TP in from No Hands. He did complete it. Might be in a bit of jeopardy. Are they going to jump? They have any way to catch him. They have no maneuverability from either of them as of yet. But you know, another kill. This is not the happiest of Morphlings. He's done well, but oh my god. Revamp Virus, you alright? If he was able to get the Spirit Lance off, then it would be another kill. I don't know, I feel like the game's going so well for Slapnut and Magoo, and then they do something great, and then suddenly they lose a core. Gets picked off somewhere, and they really lose a lot of their net worth. There's a DD in top rune spot, but no one's got to fight about the moment. Honestly, vision on the whole is really lacking for both teams. There's only 2 Radiant Wards on the map, and Slapnut and Magoos really don't have any. And they really need them, because I think Nature's Prophet and Spiritbreaker could just charge someone like this Shadow Shaman or the Storm Spirit, even the Tide Hunter probably at this point. That's a kill. They can see him. They're going to blink onto him, and here comes the Orchid. He's only used his, so he can't stop the Storm. And this is what he said. It's another kill. And this is the only reason why they're still in this game. And even with a long zip away, they've caught the Tide Hunter, not the person you want to try and stun lock. He's going to pop the grease, and he's going to walk. He's going to walk. Do they have anything to stop him? They are turning around onto the wall. Big Ravage onto 4 of them. Got the silence onto the Terrorblade. He doesn't get the Thunder. That's a huge kill. And they're going to get Revamp Virus too. Although PL is manning up onto Quick, who's out of mana. This display doing so much to him. He has so much strength, but he's got no mana. He can't go anywhere. And Acolyte Ted's going to pick off the Vengeful Spirit, and Quick's going to go down too. And it's a huge team fight. Well, there's something to be said about making sure that your long ultimates are not off cooldown for too long. But I guess it's all worth it when you pop out a 4-man Ravage like that. Fair play to Mufasa. That was a huge Ravage, and they did exactly what I said they needed to do. And they took down the Terrorblade. Terrorblade didn't get a chance to Man-Tree, didn't get a chance to Sunder, and he just dropped. And that's 14k net worth. Top net worth doesn't matter. We're just gonna lock you down, and you're gonna die. He's going to get this tier 3 tower. He's doing his first tier 3 tower. And this game has swung on its head. But they should really not look to stay too long. They could if they have Shadow Shaman wards at some point. Oh, that is not where you want to be. If you have enough for Shackles, he does not. But Acolyte Ted just needs a bit more. He's out of mana, so he does less damage. Give enough for a nuke. He is dead. And another jump from Storm onto the Nature's Prophet. And suddenly, this game's just, it's gone to pot. Look at that. Unbelievable. Game really has done a U-turn. All they need now is an Aegis, probably put it on the Storm, and they'd be laughing. I think if they get up Shaman Wards and they get up Ravage, which should be coming off soon, then just go Roche. You have an Orchid, you have PL. PL now better against Roche. And this is the only problem I have with this build on Terrorblade, is that, you know, you can be super strong, but if you just get stun locked in this position, then nothing you can do. You need maybe on a Lincoln's or a BKB, and then suddenly you're a lot harder to take down. But he is frail. He also didn't go for the 300 health at 15, which does. It's always easy to say in hindsight, but he only just got bursted, and there's a lot of argument to be said that, you know, if he had 300 more health, he could have manted and sundered. That could have been a huge team fight. Completely changed the fight. There's no Lincolns over here, and it's harsh. I don't, not a criticism, just food for thought, really. If looks like they have got silence onto Acolyte Head. I don't think he's going to be escaping this one. The reflection's going to tell them which one's which. He's going to pop the meta, and it's just going to be enough. Although the Stormhead jumps in straight onto No Hands, dodges the magic missile, and they've popped the Terrorblade again, and the Ravage has come through. The wards are down. Shaman's going to go down, but so is the Vengeful Spirit, and Revamp Virus doesn't look long for this world either. And what you got quick? He's going to morph away. Oh, he's turned. He's turned into a Nyx Assassin. He's out of mana, and I think he's going down too. I think he's suddenly got all his mana back. I don't actually understand what just happened there, but okay. That's still, it's 7k now. This Morph is playing a dangerous game. He's going to have Manta up if he gets jumped. But they don't have wards. I'm not sure how much they can get. Because it's still quite early, people can still easily come and respawn and fight, and this is the issue. You know what Nature's Prophet's going to do. He's going to head straight to that bottom lane. He has a drum. He's got trains he can spawn, but immediately 3 GPs. I think he's going to die. What the, oh god, he shackled a creep. If he lands the Impale, that's an easy kill. I think they cancelled Storm Spirit's TP up top, but or he's just manned up. Can he bull? He's going to kill the Venge. He's going to bull again. This Kai is allowing him to do so much. The charge going on, he's got to bull to dodge it. That's not going to dodge it. And I think, oh no, he did get it, but the Nether Strike is going to be enough. Nice little play from Lil Anto. It just wasn't enough. Maybe if he'd bulled back first to dodge it and then bulled to the left, he might have survived. But this Terrorblade's gone from not dying the whole game to dying twice in a row. And he's queued up a BKB, and you can't blame him. He does have his butterfly finish, but you know, he was storming at the top of the net worth, and now he's third. But good play. What we just need is we need a big Roche fight. That's all this is missing at the moment, and Subsquare's doing a great job. I think he has been the main reason why this Terrorblade keeps getting knocked down. And look, he's sat there, just stalking him like a creepy old man. But it looks like nothing's going to come of this. This drive-by charge is going to hit him, and you should have known that actually. It does give you a buff when you hit something. Nice little man dodge from Young, but that's going to be it. Just looks like it's going to be a good old Mexican standoff. But No Hands had a really good game. Oh god, we got a charge coming in on the mid lane, and looks like they're just going to back off again. Unless Subsquare wants it. He's got onto the Terrorblade. And the Wild with a nice Ravage, and once again, Terrorblade just goes down. He has no buyback. He bought out for the Butterfly, and Saint Sob's going to go down too, and the only survivors are going to be No Hands, who's just getting away, and Revamp Virus. Revamp Virus wants back in, and I think they both might die. The Bloodthorn and the Yules up from Sub-Square lands the Impale, easy Impale, and that is a full 5-man wipe, and he just called good game again, and it's not the first time, but this is huge. They were struggling so much, and I thought if they got to this stage, then Slapnut and Magoos are gonna real struggle. This is gonna be one racks. God, if they really go for this, I think they could get two. There's no Terrorblade for 15. If they really go straight for the, they wanna. I don't think they can push to win. They don't have Ravage. They don't have Shadow Shaman. They will get at least a second range. Hey, there's Morphling in 7, and that's an Ags on the. We need to finish this. They're not very quick at pushing without PL. Going to swap the Nyx back in. It's going to get spiked. Bloodthorn straight onto Saint Sob, and the Metamorphosis quick committed. They're able to get out. Sub-Square's going to borrow, and I don't think they've got any detection, but the buffer is going to bait this in. Oh, this game! Oh, unbelievable! That's not the big fight, but still, it's almost 40 minutes and no Roshan. It's not been a big thing across this this series actually. But yeah, they were set up to be where they want, and suddenly they lost. He does have a Blink Dagger. If he can catch that terribly, you should see him now. Do you want it? How much does he want it? He's spotted him. Oh, there's going to be another death. The Spirit Breaker, Revamp Virus, and then die again. Better him than No Hands, honestly. But they've really got their pickoffs going now, and that's fantastic. I just think I don't think they need to push right now. They definitely know Tide Hunter. They have a Bloodthorn. They could go rush. Imagine this Storm Spirit with an Aegis. Terrifying. He does have a regen rune though. Sub-Square just trying to bait someone to push out. He has got the real Terrorblade there. Storm has scared him. But Quick is just gonna get some farm while he can. But I think yeah, they no need to take a risk. They just need to take Roche, put it on Storm, and here we go. And they can go for the Magoos push. But fantastic fight. Ravage has done so much. Maybe just what they were lacking in the last game. A bit of and no one's taken it. Oh, they do. Oh no, he even dropped a slot for it. Oh no. But it's gonna go to PL. PL's not the worst carrier. I just think it'll allow Storm to go very ham. Oh no. 2 wards dropped. Whoopsie daisy. But they've sent Absodius back. He wants to go for an Ag Scepter of his own. Looks like Rick does want this. But he's just gonna nuke him and back off. Oh. How much does No Hands want this? Is he gonna? He does. He's TPing down. Is this gonna be? Oh, he just blinked away. Well, the back door's not up. Yeah, you could just go tier 3. In the meantime, in the top lane, Metamorphosis is up, and in terms of they do get Absodius, and they're gonna BKB and TP out. Oh no, he's not gonna TP out. Oh, is that his level 25? He's got the crits coming out. Jeez. He thought he was fine to BKB and TP, and Acolyte Ted says no. And then the Morphling should survive? Maybe not, actually. But the other question is whether Slapnut Magoos are going to be able to get any pickoffs on this top lane. This Nyx has walked under a sentry ward. Do you have any dust? Yeah, they did have. How much vision do they have on them? Each has got dust in his backpack. He has a Terrorblade's really not who you want to be carrying the dust in all honesty. This game has been riddled with pauses, sadly, but it has been a incredibly entertaining game, and you'll have to talk to Mum and Dad.
Yeah, okay.
Apologies for that. Just being asked as to what the dinner arrangements were. Looks like we're still one team has an issue, the other team has an issue. It's not been the game for getting. It's been riddled with issues, sadly. But it seems like the Aegis is on the PL, but I think Shadow Shaman's used this ward, so I think they want to wait for Shadow Shaman and just go top lane as a group, use the Aegis, and then they should be able to. I think they don't have the team fight. That is something they're actually lacking with the Nature's Prophet. Completely relying on the Spirit Breaker, but he has caught him actually, and I think he's gonna die too. He's down too. He does have buyback. He's down for 90 seconds, but the Tidehunter TP's out, and this is a window. They would love to try and force out this buyback, and they have Aegis too. So I think they can get there that quick, but I say Sub-Square again has done really well on this match, and provided so much lockdown as well as information.
Invisibility.
Yes, I've not seen this 25 PL, but boy, it does do damage, doesn't it? And they're pushing all the waves in. Still 36 seconds on the Morphling. And to be able to hit this and then head top, you have boots of trouble. Shadow Shaman, however, not. But this is their chance. 20 seconds. If they can go real hard, then I'll get a force out of buyback. It's Sidious was not moving for a while. So Crimson Guard will slow him down. I think that's going to be able to finish that down. We do have time left on this. FPS is not like that. So here we go. This is it. This is for Mega Creeps. He's going to bow down. He's going to move forward. He's going to pop the BKB. Metamorph just committed. Big Raven suddenly. Oh! The illusions are gone. And that, I think that's that. We've had Virus comes in to try and save him. They've called GG. And that is certainly that. What a turnaround. Well played from Believers. That is going to make the series 1-1. And that was an incredible series. Both teams playing very, very well, resulting in the 1-1 tie. Now, thank you very much. I've been GasBeaR, and this has been Echo League Season 3 cast, and what a series it was. Thank you very much. Good night.